Yo, say less. So today I'm trying to change the vibe up a little bit and give some real beautiful knowledge that's very helpful for everybody. So shout out to the Pivot Podcast, man. Those boys motivate me, they keep me activated, and I wish I could be like them one day. So today we're gonna talk about investing knowledge or financial knowledge. So I feel like this book, I recommend this book to everybody to read, right? This book will help anybody in life, maybe not to be a millionaire per se, but to activate you to know how to save money and how to better yourself per se. So this book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's by George Clausen. You can find this book on Amazon, like pretty much anywhere. So after this, definitely read that book. So I'm just gonna cover some key facts, the 5 laws of gold, and like give you guys some example. So the first thing this book says, one of the first thing this book says is like always save a minimum of 10%. So let's just say you make $100, right? 10% would be $10. If you make $1,000, 10% would be $100. So to find what 10% is of your paycheck, whatever you got, you just do enter the amount in the calculator and do times point 0.1 or times point or 0.1, and that'll give you 10%. So the book says a minimum of 10%, right? But if you can save more, clearly, if you're making $1,000, if you can save more in your rent or your what's it called, your liability is low, then definitely save more. So, but the key fact is to like understand how to save and to start building saving. But I'll cover that more into depth a little bit later. So, next thing it talks about is like advice is one thing that is given away freely, but watch that you take only what is worth having. Because this is very important. Because there's a lot of people in your life that you will meet, right? That will literally give you advice. Yo, trust me, do this, bro. Bro, you heard about this, bro. I promise you this, bro. But it could be your best friend, it could be whatever. But half those people don't know what the frick they're talking about, especially if there's no research behind it, right? You have to do your research before you really do anything, right? So that's very important because anybody, advice is just given away freely. You go see somebody's like, bro, I promise you, bro, I heard that Amazon or this is this and that and this and this and that. But be careful what you do. Very important. That when I piece these next two together, right? It says, opportunity, she would not wait for such slow fella. She thinks if a man desires to be lucky, he will step quickly. Then this book was written back in the days, right? It's called Richest Man in Babylon. So that's why the terminology kind of sounds like old school. So I'll repeat that again. Opportunity, she would not wait for such slow fella. She thinks if a person desires to be lucky, he will step quick. Then the other part says to attract good luck to oneself, it is necessary to take advantage of opportunity. So those two go key together or hand in hand together. So a lot of people always feel like they don't have luck or man, they're not blessed. Man, like damn man, some people are so lucky compared to me. And so I'll give you like a nursing example. That's the best one I can explain for myself, I guess. So for example, like let's just say you're working at a nursing home or a hospital, right? And it's a lot of time. I mean, it's always short staff. So I'll use that always, right? But for example, like they'll offer you, they'll be sending like a little group message or text or calling people like, yo, just to show up, they'll pay, let's just say $150 or $200, or it depends, right? Just to show up. So before you even work their shift, right? They're giving you $100 or $200 to work your shift. Plus, after you work, you get both of those combined. So that's called taking advantage of opportunities. So just say you're like, damn man, I'm tired, man. I don't want to do this, right? Then when you finally like, you know what? Let me just do it. Boom. They're like, oh, somebody already said they could do it. So you just missed out on $200, right? It's called life is hard. So it's called taking sacrifices. So like you could have went to work and not slept or do what you want to do, and you could have got $200 more plus your paycheck. So let's just say you came home with $400 more just by doing that, and you sacrificed like not sleeping or going out with your friends. So then like people will be like, wow, that person is whatever, right? But that's taking what's it called? So good luck. That's taking advantage of the opportunity right there. So it's up to you to step forward quickly to what's it called? To get that luck pretty much. But you guys get the what I'm trying to say from that. But use that in any perspective you want to use it in. So you have to be quick in life. For example, even if you want to invest, right? Let's just say you did your research on some stocks, crypto, or whatever you want to do, right? And you're like, yeah, should I buy it? But you're over here like, damn, maybe I should wait like another day or two. Maybe it would drop. Maybe it would do this. Maybe like this, right? Then let's just say you like, okay, I was like, you're scared. You're like, damn, okay, I'll probably buy it in a few days. Boom, you wake up the next morning, skyrockets. Now it was 10 cents. Now it was freaking $1. Now you're like, damn, you just missed out on, like, let's just say you could have made like 2,000 profit right there. Take advantage of your opportunity and step quickly. Then here's another example, right? Those eager to grasp opportunity for their betterment do attract the interest of the good goddess. She is ever so anxious to aid those who please her. Men of action please her the best, pretty much. So says those eager to grasp opportunity for their betterment do attract the interest of the good goddess. She is ever anxious to aid those who please her. Men of action please her best. So you have to take action every time. But everything in life is about hard work. You cannot say you want to be rich or you want to do this without working hard. You got to put in the time. Nobody, I guess, wants to go to work, but you have to do that. And the more you put in action, the more you will see stuff coming your way. And life is easy from that perspective because, like, people are always putting work out there, right? So if you want to make money, you have to work. But it's all about taking advantage of an opportunity to work. You can always find a side job, like somebody could be posting somewhere with the internet these days, but boom, that's another $100 to your pocket. Then you're like, damn. So, but here's the one of the last part before I go into the 5 laws of gold. It says action will lead thy forward to successes they desire. So pretty much I just covered that part. Action, action, action in life. You cannot, it's like praying to God and saying you want to be a football player, right? But not training or working hard every day. You have to put in the time to do it. Praying will do one thing for you, but you cannot pray to pass your test without putting in the time to read. So, like, action will lead you forward to the successes you desire. So if you want to learn about how to make money in stocks, you have to put in the time. So you're not just gonna just be like, okay, have like let's say like it takes money to make money, clearly though, right? But you're not just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna put in $1,000 and blah 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 and make whatever, right? You have to read about whatever the stocks. You have to research it, and that will put you to the situation you need to be at. So the 5 laws of gold. So I told you guys, this book is a beautiful book, and after this, you have to read it because they give some beautiful stories. Like the stories in this, like blows what I'm trying to say up. Like you'd be like, wow. I remember when I read this book. Shout out to my man's E, bro. I remember I was like, my gosh. I was in nursing school at that time, and I was like, holy frick. Like reading and getting knowledge is key in life. And now I'm teaching myself how to code a computer. And before it was looking like rocket science, but now it's looking more like English. I'm like, damn. So I'm definitely putting in the time to get the success I want. And before you know it, it's going to come like a year from now, 2 years from now, I'm going to be activated and people will be like, oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. But not knowing I used to be waking up at 3 a.m. suffering, literally drinking coffee back to back, like killing myself to do this, right? But if you want it, you got to go get it. That's a fact. So the 5 laws of gold. Okay, gold comes gladly and in increasing quantity to any man who will put no less than 10% of his earning to create an estate for his future and that of his family. So for example, right? Let's just say you don't make a lot of money. Let's just say you only make, what's it called? Like let's say you make $200. Yeah, let's just say you make $200 every. No, let's just say you make $500 every 2 weeks, right? So if you put 10% of that to your paycheck, right? So every time or to your savings, so every time you get paid, you save $50, right? So in a month time, you save $100. Then it might not seem like a lot, right? but within that year time, right? So 100 times 12, so that's what's it called? 100, so that's $1,200 right there, right? Save that year. It might not seem like that much. And then next year, another $1,200, right? So that's freaking like $2,400 now, right? Then hopefully you can get better with what you're doing, right? You're reading, but the more you do that, then before you know it, in 10 years, like boom, I already got like 10,000 kind of stuff plus. So just like a little quick example, but definitely read the book. So the other perspective says gold labors diligently and contentiously for the wise man who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying even as the flock of his fields. Excuse my pronunciations. So gold labors like for the person and does the work for the wise owner who finds for it profitable employment, multiplying a lot. So that pretty much means like if you have your money just leave in a savings account, it's not really gonna make anything. But if you can find ways to make your money make you more money, it will definitely multiply. So for example, that's what people talk about, passive income, and which is very beautiful and you definitely need to do. So, but if you can find for a profit, but let me get back to that part a little bit later. So the third one is gold clings to the protection of the cautious owner who invested under the advice of men wise in his handling. So it goes back to that part that advice is given freely away, but watch that you only take what is worth having, right? Let's just say you did that little 10% stuff and now you got 2,000, like let's say you got $3,000 to invest now, right? But you, without knowing that advice is given away freely, you like somebody's like, bro, listen to this, bro. I know this guy, bro. He freaking made 10,000 last night, kind of stuff, right? Then you go to this brother, right? Not even knowing anything about this person, and you trust him, right? Boom. Before you know it, you just lost all that money, and you literally worked 3 years of your life to save that, and you lost this. So that's why you got to be careful. So if you want to invest in stocks, you either read about stocks until you get your knowledge up there, or find somebody that knows about stocks, that really knows about it, that went to school for this stuff, that's a stock broker and all that good stuff, to invest in it. Otherwise, you will lose your money as fast as you can blink your eye. And that's a fact. So the fourth one is like gold. I'm getting these little Facebook request type thing. Fourth one is like this. Gold what's it called? Slips away from the man who invest in it, who invest in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or which is not approved by those in his skill in his keep. That's pretty much what I just covered. So gold will literally, your money will literally go really fast if you invest in the people that's not familiar or skilled in what you're investing in. If you want to invest in crypto, you don't go talk to a stock guy to invest in crypto. You want to invest in stocks, you don't talk to the guy that knows about crypto to invest in stocks. Sure, I guess it might be similar per se, but you get the perspective I'm talking about. So if you want to do real estate, find somebody that does real estate. If you want to do what is it called, construction, find somebody that does construction, because they know how to make money in that revenue or avenue. Then next, the fifth one is gold flees the man who forces it into impossible earnings, or who follows the advice or tricksters or schemers, or who trust in it, or who trust in his own inexperience or romantic desire to be rich. So all those things play together. So the 5 laws pretty much is save, but do like, so like I said, it flees a person who force it into an impossible earning. So if somebody told you, you'll give me your 3,000 and bro, I know this thing, and then you make freaking like 40,000. Sounds kind of hard to believe. I just said they make you 4,000 in a month. It's like in a month time. Like no. Or who invest or follows advice of schemers. This people always doing Ponzi scheme. People send me 500 and we do this. You invite 3 people or 2 people and you can make this kind of stuff. No. All this stuff is scheme. Hey, to make money, it takes time. slow and steady wins the race. Sure, you can be lucky and what's it called, like hit big and be like get like a 10 bagger and be like activated from that perspective, but like that's called being lucky per se, right? Because nobody can really time the market and be like, oh, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, right? That's why you have to slowly invest in your money and make sure you know what you're doing. So right there, that's pretty much covers the book before I get too into depth, right? So like I said, I recommend everybody to read this book, Richest Man in Babylon by George Clausen. This guy is beautiful. After I read this book, I got activated and I started reading more books daily, every day. So after I finished reading my coding thing, I already read this coding book one book 2 times already. Another book like this. I'm on my second time with it, so I'm gonna finish this within the next week. Then after that, I'm gonna go read probably a book about supply and demand to get my knowledge up. Yo, I'm blessed. Say less. Yo, keep me activated.